Hey, this is John Carlos, and the Hot Toys G.I. Joe Retaliation Snake Eyes figure has arrived at Corner Store Comics. So let's take a look at it. Now, my first complaint is that this is not from G.I. Joe Rise of the Cobra, because I really like the sculpted lips on Snake Eyes' mask. I'm just kidding. No one liked his mask in that movie. Now this figure comes with a decent amount of extra stuff. It comes with 8 additional hands, 2 guns, 2 knives, 2 swords, and extra wrist pegs. There's a lot of good details and different textures being used in this outfit, but first I want to take a look at the head sculpt, which I think is Hot Toys' most accurate head sculpt ever. It certainly looks like the actor playing him. Now, all kidding aside, this is a great looking mask. What I like about it the most is that it's certainly the right proportion. It doesn't come off as too big or too small compared to the rest of the figure. And like in the movie itself, you can kind of see through this little grid here that he's got these little breathing slits, and I think that's really cool that they managed to capture that. Now, the figure itself has a lot of amazing details. I'm a whore for different uses of textures and stuff, and this figure is kind of like a joygasm when it comes to that. You've got like a silver lining going along the inside of the arm, which leads down to like this black against this gray. But what I really like is there's this netting on the hips here. Aside from this kind of faux leather strap with another strap going over it. Then you look at like the plastic of the armor and just like all these buckles being used. There's so much like different kinds of materials and textures being used on this figure, mixed with all these little tiny details. One little tiny paint detail I'm not happy with is that that rivet is painted off center, but that's a pretty minor complaint for a pretty awesome figure. On the back here you've got his sword and these little pouches. Well, even though they are velcroed, they have like this little kind of glue inside them, so I'm not going to mess with them and open those up. But you've got knife and gun holder on the side. Speaking of things you can't open up, his pouches on the side are stuffed with something, but they are sealed at the top, so I don't recommend trying to open those. Another little detail that I kind of dig is this zipper going along the back, which leads me to the shoes. Once again, Hot Toys has really knocked it out of the park with some really fun shoes that have multiple textures. You've got this black and then this kind of stuff in the middle, I don't know what. But you take that compared to like the black here and the black here, this sort of black material against this tightly lined black material, and there's a lot of really great detail work on this figure. It's pretty awesome. Now the figure already comes with fists, but he comes with another pair of open palm hands, a pair of relaxed palm hands, a pair of hands for holding a gun, and a pair of fists for holding the swords. Now he also comes with 2 tiny little knives, but they look pretty cool. And he comes with this awesome little gun. Like most Hot Toys figures, the gun, you know, does stuff. There's usually a little bullet in there. And he comes with 2 badass swords. Here's the other one. That one was made of like some sort of like heavy plastic material. I'm not sure what. This one's made of a metal. Both swords look pretty awesome. Now, the last accessory that it comes with is this gun, which this little maneuver thing goes this way and that way. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. And another bullet clip in there. And this piece extends out. And here's Snake Eyes with his old BFF Storm Shadow. This figure's got surprisingly good arm articulation, not just in the elbow or moving the arm forward and back, but lifting the arms up at the shoulders. I thought that these armor pieces would be a problem, but it's got a good range of motion in the shoulders. I just wish I could say the same for the legs. The inseam of the pants seems to limit how far he can spread his legs apart, but other than that, I think the detail on this figure is awesome, and if you're a Snake Eyes fan, I think you're really going to like this figure. Thanks for watching. Now it can kind of pull back like that. Oops!